Bart el Temerario es, sin duda alguna, uno de los mejores episodios que tiene todos los Simpsons en su completitud y tiene el detalle de que rompió una regla básica de la serie que implicó que convencieran a Matt Groening para poder llevarlo a cabo. Mirá.
We now return to Mira Akian and Contre with our latest interview.
That was my idea. I mean, I thought it was really funny. We try to do what Buster Keaton would have done. So we're trying to take real smart comedy, and it's controversial on our show. The impetus of the show was when my writing partner, and I, Wally Wolodarski, were kids. We were fans of Evel Knievel. There was a stunt driver named Evel Knievel, and he would jump over buses and jump over things, and that's so stupid. But for some reason, he did it, and it would be exciting to watch him crash or make it or whatever. And we thought that's a weird part of our childhood. Maybe we can mine that. So we wanted to do a show a little bit about that guy being an idol. And then when it came to jumping over the cliff, we had a rule at The Simpsons that our Simpson characters could not do what cartoon characters did. They had to do what real life people did. So if they fall down a cliff, they would die. Or if they fell down, they couldn't, survive explosions like Bugs Bunny or, defy gravity or any of that kind of stuff. They're subject to the real world. So when Homer fell down the cliff, when we wrote Homer fell down the cliff, Matt Groening, who's a really smart guy, said, "We can't do this. This totally violates our rule," and he didn't want it to be done. We pleaded and said, "No, he's really going to get hurt. He's not going to get to survive like a cartoon character. He's going to go to the hospital. He's going to barely live." He wasn't wrong. It was pretty crazy to fall down a cliff twice and survive, but it's really funny. And so hitting the rocks is funny. The whole idea of I'm King of the World. By the way, we did King of the World before they did it on Titanic. Homer's jumping over the cliff so that his son doesn't have to. He's jumping over the cliff to prove his love for his son. So there's a real emotional component to it. He's trying to save his son and prove that he doesn't want his son to get hurt. So he winds up falling down the cliff to save his son. But he falls down the cliff. He gets air vac out of the cliff like you might in a real thing, and the air vac smashes against the rocks. So his head is hitting against the rocks, going down, going up. He gets into the ambulance. The ambulance takes off, hits a tree, and he falls out in the gurney back down the cliff. That is, I think, one of the funniest things I ever was a part of. I loved it. I still love it to this day. That episode, from its beginning to its end, I love very much. I mean, there's like joke after joke after joke really made me laugh.
Yeah, it's one of the best, I think.
It's ultimately about father-son bonding, so it has a real emotional component to it, but I really love that episode.
And did it take you long to convince Matt that you could break the rules in this episode?
Well, the two showrunners were Matt Groening and Sam Simon, and Sam Simon wanted it, Matt didn't, and then at some point, Sam won, and we got it. And then Matt, to his credit, has said it's one of the funniest bits on the show. So he came around. And so the rationality of why we shouldn't do it makes total sense. And the fact that we did it and it works is also wonderful.
Porque así sabrás lo que se siente ver como un miembro de la familia arriesga su vida absurdamente.